Crafting with April. I picked up this cute little Easter basket at Five Below, and I'm here with Brilliant Vinyl, and we're going to add some strip block to it. Now this basket has a rim in it, so we're going to be using the hat press to apply our iron-on to this. I've added a couple of little headband bows just to the sides of it, just to decorate that portion up. But we're going to be using the strip block, and it's a nice soft fuzzy, and we're just going to be putting a name on the bunny, and then we're going to be putting an Easter egg on the back of it, so it won't matter which way Desiree is carrying this, she can show it off and have something on both sides. Now the strip block, you may have heard us mention before, it's going to weed just a little bit differently. It is easy to tear, so you want to take your time when you're using this, but it's so very, very, very soft and fun to work with. I'm just going to take out all of this because we only need the stripes in this color, so I'm just taking away all of the stuff that we don't need. And you can see that it will tear and lift, and that's okay because we're not going to be keeping those portions. So when you're weeding, just make sure you take your time, you go slow. And if you're doing baby clothes, guys, this is one of the most favorite materials for me because it's so nice and soft. It feels like a little bit of velvet. And I love glitter. Glitter is pretty, but for baby onesies, it can be awfully scratchy. So keep that in mind when you're designing your onesies for family and friends. And we're just going to finish weeding that out. Okay, and there we have the weeding process done. And then we're just going to layer these up onto our design. And that will apply to the back of the basket. Okay guys, we have our hat press ready. Now if you don't have a hat press or a heat press, you can use your easy press or your iron at home to do this. So we're just going to make it easy on ourselves here and put this basket onto the hat press. And I'm just going to make sure that I don't get his tail in there, that it's down there where I want it, so that when I close the press, and I'm placing my name right here where I want it. And then I'm going to grab my Teflon sheet, just as a protector for the rest of the basket. I don't want to mess that up. Make sure that I got that lined up like I want. That looks pretty good. And then we're just going to press it for about 15 seconds. And that's going to apply the name onto the bunny's back right there. And then we're going to go on the other side of the basket and do the Easter egg. And so we have that. And you may get some creasing in there, and you can straighten that out with your iron. I'm just going to give that a minute to cool so that it stays stuck. You may have to give it a little bit longer press, so just check yours and see. Looks like it's doing pretty good. So because it will look kind of like, because this bunny is a little bit fuzzy, that it may not be sticking, but it did stick to the fuzz, because that fuzz is going to lift up as you peel. So just peel very close, very slow and close, and keep it right there at it. But it is on there, and it's not going anywhere. Okay, so now that we have the bunny's back done with the name, we're going to flip it over and we're going to do our egg. Now this egg is a little bit large, so we may have to press this in 2 presses. So I'm just going to line up where we want it, the center of the basket, and press it down with our pressure sensitive. If you have some heat tape, you can also tape these down. And I'm just going to try to finagle this in here so that I can get it pressed. And I may have to do this in 2 presses, like I said. You're just going to put your first layer down. protect it. And then we're going to press. And you can see that part of my design is not in there, and that's fine. Lift up. And I'm just going to move it over so that it's in there. Just back over it. And press again. And I am pressing the full length of time even though we're layering on this, guys, because of its shape. Now if you have an easy press so that you can get in there, because it has that wire rim in it, then you can of course do this just a few seconds to get it to it here, and then you can press it the rest of the way. We have just a little bit of the edge here. I'm just going to play with it. Just going to go ahead and peel that off. And a little wrinkling going on. This would be much better with your easy press, I believe, or your iron. Just going to pull that out and give it a second to cool and its shape, because this is the regular easy weed. I'm going to bring this in on this side and press it. So just turn it around. Give that a few seconds. We may have a little bit more to press there, but we have more layers going on, so we're going to be okay. And now I'm going to put the strip flock in. I'm just going to layer it. You want to hold that in. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do this in two different ones, and we'll split this apart. Since we have to press in two presses anyway, that will ensure that we get it lined up like we want in this hat press. Just want to protect our design. That's not stuck, so we may have to press that one more time. Give it a moment to cool and check it. Make sure you get your edges. And you can feel your hat press under there, guys, so you know if your edge is lined up or not. Okay, do the other side. press it for longer. Okay. And now we're just going to shape up our basket. And you may have to take your iron and press it where you had it in that hat press and bring the shape back. But that concludes how to put on something that has a rigid edge, how you can iron onto it. You have your name, and then you have your egg on the back. You guys have a wonderful day. Give us a thumbs up on the video, give it a like and a share, and we will see you at Brilliant Vinyl next week.